Hello, May class, and welcome to your next maths lesson. In the previous lesson, we were adding fractions with the same denominator. And we were looking at the fact that if we're adding fractions together, they need to have the denominator, and the denominator doesn't change. Only the numerator changes when we are adding them together. So let's look at today's lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to be adding more than two fractions together. We're going to add fractions using a bar model, and we're going to use a number line to add fractions. Before we do that, let's do our arithmetic. So number 1 to 10 on your piece of paper and answer the following questions. When you unpause it, the answers will be on the page, and then we can go through those where you will tick if you got them correct, put a little dot if you got them incorrect, and then correct your work. So pause the video now and answer these questions. Right, the answer to your questions is as follows. So remember to tick if you got it correct and put a little dot if you got it incorrect. 2 times 9 is 18. 27 shared into 3 is 9, because 3 times 9 is 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. What is 782 as a Roman numeral? It is DCC LXXXII. What number is next in the sequence? So 8, 11, 14, 17. You can see it's going up in threes. So the next number is 20. 4 times 7 is 28. 64 divided by 8 is 8. What is 6 kilometers in meters? It is 6,000, and I have made a mistake there, 6,000 meters. Remember to always put that there. What is 5,843 plus 4,136? Your answer was 9,979. What is 9,875 minus 1,010? Your answer is 8,865. And then the last question, what is 42 divided by 7 is 6. So as mentioned, today we're going to be adding two fractions together, or more than two fractions together. So as a recap, look at this question. Maya starts at 0 and counts forward in steps of the same fraction each time. She says the number 1 1/2. What fraction could Maya be counting in, and how many steps could she have made? So remember, when we were counting, you can count up in your fractions. So pause for a moment and see what you think for that one, and then I will go through my answer. Okay, so she says the number 1 1/2. So if she says 1 1/2, I can assume that she's right. She's counting in halves, and we'd go half, 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, because there's 2 halves in a whole. And what fraction and how many steps? So we would have gone half, 1, 1 1/2. So I think she's taken 3 steps. Right, use the model that is shown in front of you to add the fractions. So we have 2 sevenths over 2 sevenths. If we add them together, what is our answer? Remember what I said from the previous lesson, where we have the same denominator, and what do we do with the numerator? Then answer 3/5 plus 4/5. And this one may be a bit different. And I want you to think what happens to that question. So looking at the bar models, what can we see? We've got 3/5 plus 4/5. What will it give you? Right, so pause now and answer these two questions, and then I'll go through the answers with you. So 2 sevenths plus 2 sevenths, it is still going to be sevenths. What we can do, though, is we add the numerators, and our answer is 4. So 4 sevenths. With this question, it's a bit difficult because I know that my denominator is 5, because it is 5 in there. But what we start seeing is we have 3/5 plus 4/5 is going to give me more then 5 parts. And you can see it here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's actually given me 7 fifths. And now if we remember back to our lesson, that is an improper fraction, and we can change that to a mixed number as well. So 7 fifths, well, that is correct, and you can give yourself a tick. You can also get an extra mark for making it into a mixed number of 1 and 2 fifths. Both of those answers are correct. So using a number line, let's have a look at our question. We're going to use this to add our fractions. At the bottom of the number line, you can see that we have got improper fractions with our top-heavy fractions. So the number at the top is bigger than the number at the bottom. At the top of our number line, we've got our mixed number. So you can see, just like I showed you in the previous slide, both of these is correct. One is just showing you a mixed number, and one is showing an improper fraction. So pause the video now and have a look at these questions here. And this one here is obviously a little bit further in, but it does say 4/9. So I'm going to just rewrite it here. 4/9 plus 4 plus 4/9 plus 8/9. That is the question that's up there. So pause the video now and see if you can answer these 4 questions, and then I will go through the answers with you. Sorry. Let me actually just move it over for you. Okay. Okay, so using this number line, I will show you how we would use this when we're adding. So the first question, if we look at this one, it says 4/9. So let's go to 4/9. We need to add 4 more. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 would take us to this number here. And then I need to add another 8/9. So then we would do another jump of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which takes us to 16/9. So the answer to 4/9 plus 4/9 plus 8/9 should give us 16/9. Or if we look at the top number here, it's going to give us 1 and 7/9. Now, if we were adding and we were checking, we could see 4 plus 4 is 8, and 8 plus 8 is 16. So it gives us 16/9. And as a mixed number, it would be 1 and 7/9. You choose a different color to work out the next one. So we've got 4/9 plus 5/9 plus 8/9. So we're going to start, I'm actually going to clear it so we can see. So we're going to again start at 4/9. We're going to count on 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/9. Take us to this number. So I've added that one, and then I've got to add 8/9 to that. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my final number would be 17/9. Or as a mixed number, if we look at the top, 1 and 8/9. And if we add these to double check, 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 8. I've done something wrong here. Sorry, that should be 17. That should be a 7, not a 9. So 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 8 is 17. So the answer is 17/9. And as a mixed number, it is 1 and 8/9. If we choose another color, let's choose red for 1/9 plus 11/9 plus 1. And remember 1, and this is important when we are doing this, 1 is equal to, 1 is the same as saying 9/9. because that equals 1 whole, which that is, and we can see that we're working in ninths for these fractions. 1/9 isn't here, but what is here is 1/9 plus 11/9, which takes us to 12/9, so we could start there, plus another whole 9. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we would have 18, 19. We don't have enough for our number line. So we have 1/9 plus 11/9 gives me 12/9 plus 9/9 gives me, so 12 plus 9 is 21. So it'd be 21/9. So because, and we can check, so we've got 1 plus that will give me 12 plus 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 21 over 9, and if we look at 21 over 9, it is the same as, we've got 9, 18, so it's actually going to be 2 wholes, and I can count up from 18 and go 19, 20, 21, 2 and 3/9. So that is that question, and then this question here, we can actually work backwards. So the whole number is 17/9, and we've got something plus 5/9 plus 7/9. So if we work backwards, we go 17 minus 7 will give me 10, minus 5 will give me 5, and now that should work there. So I should have 5/9 plus 5/9 plus 7/9 gives me 17/9. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 7 is 17. So pause the video now and correct any that you need to correct. Okay. Mo and Teddy are solving the following question. 6/13 plus 5/13 plus 7/13. Mo says that the answer is 1 and 5/13, and Teddy says that the answer is 18/13. Who do you agree with, and explain why? So remember what we do when we add our fractions together. Remember that the numerator changes, the denominator stays the same. Also remember how you change your improper fraction into a mixed number, and that should help with this question. Right, your independent task is the following. Okay, so your first question is 1/5 plus 2/5. Your next question is 1/5 plus 3/5. Then you have 3/8 plus 3/8. Then you have 3/8 plus 1/8. So complete these questions using your bar model. Then have a look at these ones, and it says complete the additions. Give your answer as a mixed number when necessary. So you may end up with an improper fraction, and then you need to convert it into a mixed number. So pause the video and have a look at these questions. We've got 3/7 plus 3/7, 3/7 plus 4/7, 4/5 plus 3/5, 8/5 plus 6/5, 8/11 plus 6/11, 4/11 plus 4/11 plus 6/11, 3/11 plus 3/11 plus 8/11, and 3/7 plus 3/7 plus 8/7. And then your final question is that you need to complete these number sentences. So you would need to write the whole number out, and if it helps, write the missing number that you have filled in a different color. That will make it easier for me to see what you've written and for you to see which one you need to fill in. So pause the video on this page and write these out neatly. If you need some help, you can always draw a bar chart to help you with that. Don't forget to share your work with us on Tapestry. Please make sure again that you have laid out your work neatly and that it is labeled correctly and that you've used a ruler. and make sure that you have filled in all the correct questions. Please make sure that your work is uploaded by 4 o'clock this afternoon.